How to create an offer so good people feel dumb saying no to. So there's three steps which you need to do to actually do this. One is addressable market, two is understanding your offer, and three will be revealed at the end of the video. So one and two. So one, making sure your market is addressable. Let's just use like a high ticket sales industry, for example, or like high ticket sales coaching. That is in very, very high demand because there is more and more coaches, more and more marketing agencies, more and more businesses that are growing more and more and more. So their addressable market is people who want to get into the online money space, but they don't know where to start. They don't understand how a business works. They don't actually have the understanding or the knowledge on how to craft an offer, where to go, or what they want to do. Or they're stuck in between everything, trying to choose what are they going to do just because there's like so many options. So they're like, hey, let me sell for someone so then I can get a greater understanding of their framework for what they do. So then they start with high ticket sales and they eventually move into being a business owner. They sell like e-com, they sell more coaching, they sell a marketing offer, they sell whatever, whatever, whatever. You understand the picture. So I'm using high ticket sales as a perfect example. Let's just say you say that, or so the average person who gets into high ticket sales is someone between the ages of 29 to 52 who's currently normally either in a trade, 9 to 5, or either in a stuck dead end job. Like they're working at like a supermarket, they're working at like a service station or a servo for anyone who's Australian, and they just want to do something else. They are sick and tired of being capped by the amount of income that's being made. So the total addressable market is widening. So your main addressable audience is people who work a 9 to 5 or a trade, most predominantly males who are between the ages of 22 29, but they also feel like they're missing out on something else. So then how do we attract them with that? So we show them, because obviously the rules show not tell, we show them that they actually have the potential of earning $800 a sale. They don't know that. The better part is actually being the business owner, running the agency, because you keep majority of the cut. Yeah, like you guys are watching here. So they want to like get into the sales role. They take 10% cut once they start closing. They take 5% cut when they are an appointment setter. And these is like, hey, here's how to make $30,000 a month through remote sales. This is how I did it. This is through closing. This is the steps that I did to get here. And this is what my journey's been along the way. This is also how I got from point A to point B and why I'm trying to give you the skill set, why I'm trying to teach you, and how I'm going to get you from point A to point B in a small period of time. There you go. It's addressed. Then you got the total addressable market because now you've put down a pain point. You've put down the desires to get extra amount of income in X period of time. Trust me, it's fucking nothing in the real world. Getting like $800 a sale, that's fucking nothing. So yeah, so we go from point A, what they fear, what they need, what they want, what they desire. Pretty much as I said, $800 a sale. They can earn up to 30, 40K a month, all through remote sales, not having to run a business. They're the sales reps of the businesses. So that's that. Then from there, they've got their desire. So they've also got an anchor. They've actually got an anchor on their fears. So for an example, would you really want to be stuck in the 9 to 5 job? Would you really want to be working every single day and still being trapped in that infinite debt cycle? Would you want to be stuck there forever with a family you've got to take care of? What happens if your daughter can't go to the one college that she's always wanted to go to because you weren't willing to take the risk in the first place to get her there? Like, yeah, like you see, I've just attacked it from multiple different angles because, like, if you think about it, a lot of these guys are ambitious. Fair decent chunk of these guys also have girlfriends. So that's when I'll be like, okay. And also, majority of these guys want to have future families. So that's when you attack it from both angles. That's why I said, like, would you really be willing to risk it by not having your daughter go to the college that she's always wanted because you weren't willing to take the risk? So that they attack their future identity as well as their past identity when you're crafting that offer. So you've got two types of pain points. Then you've also got the whole psychological side. So making that offer that's so good that can't resist. So we've obviously addressed addressable market, people who we're selling to. Now we have the finest slice of the pie. So this is when you have a guarantee, or you put all the risk on yourself and as little risk as possible onto the customer. This is very, very important. because every single transaction out there has risk on both parties. The party who's either providing it or the customer. So you've got to try and basically move that scale all the way over. So then you as the business owner takes on all the risk. You might be thinking, this is so fucking scary. I don't know what the fuck to do. Why am I taking on so much risk? Trust me, the risk is always worth it. This is coming from someone who has literally lost over 65 grand. And I do not regret a single cent of it. You'll see it in future videos. I do not regret a single cent of it because of what I learned and what it taught me. You've got to understand, whenever you risk it, it's always worth it. Whenever you make a trade, it's always worth it. But there's always risk for both parties. Risk for you, the customer. Your risk is if the product doesn't work, if there's something faulty with it, if it's not worth the value for money. Or the risk for the business is that they get a bad review. You are a repeat customer. What's going to happen with your business after that? So you've got to realize that there's always risk in a transaction. It just depends on which end of the pendulum that you want to swing it. Because it's got, as I said earlier on, there's two opposite forces, yin and yang. And you've got to try and correlate that to be as much risk on your side as possible. So then your customer feels like you give them such a good bargain that they feel absolutely dumb saying no to. So let me provide this for example. I will get your dream body in the next I will get you 6-pack of abs in the next 21 days. Okay, so that's my offer, and that's my guarantee. I will, because I also mentioned I will get you a 6-pack of abs in 21 days. That's my guarantee. If I don't actually show it, or if I don't show that it is possible through my training, what I show people, how the whole physiology works, people would honestly feel dumb saying no to. Because who literally wants a 6-pack of abs in 21 days? Everyone here would. You've got to admit that. You get your dream physique, you get girls easier. It also has more of an addressable market because everyone wants to be fit, everyone wants to be healthy, everyone wants to live longer. That's the most important part. Once you craft an offer that is so irresistible, it will sell as fast as what you can think. It will sell so quickly if you can frame it and if you can craft the offer in such a way that makes sure that you actually have a guarantee that they will get X result within the next X amount of days. That is your guarantee. That's why a lot of businesses do cashback guarantees, because then they minimize the risk on their end and give you back some of your funding. You got to realize that. You've got to realize that. When you're crafting an offer, it's not about you. No one cares about you. So you've got to address it in a way that actually speaks the language of your audience, speaks their pain points, and then goes to them. And then once you have that offer so good, once you craft that copy so good, then you can end up selling it. Also, another thing is that I'm going to provide you another example. So let me just use another problem that I know. When you have let's just say if you want to stop drinking alcohol. So let's just say, for an example, you're a top-end business owner and you've noticed that alcohol is breaking down your marriages, breaking down your businesses, and breaking down your partners. What would you do to change that? I'm just trying to name stuff off them. So you've addressed, I'm just saying, in this example, so you've just provided family, businesses, business partners. That literally addresses everything. So let's just say, imagine if you keep on drinking. What would your wife, what would your kids think when they saw you rich but an alcoholic? Would they see you as a deadbeat dad and still not give a flying fuck about you? Or would you want them to see you as the actual father figure that you want to be seen as? That guy who's been striving to protect his family from the very beginning. Something like that. Because then you play in that protector role. And I will guarantee you, with my skill set and my guide, I can get you to quit alcohol within the next 30 days. There you go. Then we also move the risk on. So we attacked it from an angle where it has more pain. And then we've also played a little bit of the desires in there. And then we've moved it all the way towards that goal. Because they know in their heart that the alcohol is ruining their life. They know that it's the issue. They know that they can do better. And they don't want to be seen as that one deadbeat father that was just drinking all the time. You've got to realize that. Seriously, once you understand the psychology of your customer, once you understand it is your responsibility as the business owner to craft an offer so good for your customers And also, let's just say, also in the social media, because I know all you guys want to run your own social media marketing agency. So I will guarantee you get 3x in ROAS as soon as we run. So this is pretty much from point A to point B. As soon as we run ads, you're going to get 3x. So that means as much money you put in, you get 3 times the amount back. So you crafted an offer that has a guarantee. You will work with them for, like, you know for a fact that you're going to get them X result because you've been training, you've been doing it. You actually have the proof and the result that you can do that thing. Then you sell that, because who the hell would not want to 3x their money? You've got to realize that once you understand the crafting and the skill of persuasion and the skill of getting a skill from point A to point B, or having an X result being shown as a guarantee, you cannot lose in this game. So anyone who wants to sign up to my coaching offer, which is the fucking best social media coaching offer in the fucking world, sign up, link below. It's the fucking best thing you're ever going to do. Once your offer is ready, you need to get in front of the right people fast. I'll show you exactly how to do that in the next video that you see on your screen over here.